Hey guys, this is Forever Be Tight 26 with my second video of my new channel. And basically what I'm going to do is, this is going to be how I got into K-pop, a little tidbit on my other musical taste, and my K-pop collection as of now. So we're going to start with is how I got into K-pop. Currently I am 17 years old, and I got into K-pop about 2.5 years ago. I remember exactly how I got into it. Not that vividly, but I do have really strong guesses, and it's pretty clear, but I can't say every single detail. So it was my sophomore year in high school, and it was about January. I can't remember the exact day, but it was January. And well, in my high school, you have speech sophomore year, and it was our first speech that we were ever going to do. First big speech, the narrative speech. And originally I wanted to do it on Italy, because I would really love to travel to Italy one day, but I couldn't find enough information to make it interesting at all, or find anything that I really enjoyed. Sorry, there's things on my lap. So I changed it, and I thought for a little bit at home, what would I ever make a narrative speech on? What would I describe? Because you can do it on a person, a place, or a thing. And so I thought, well, why not at that moment, my current obsession? And it was with Japan. I really loved anime, J-pop, though I wasn't really that into J-pop, and the culture itself was really something I wanted. So I got changed, and so I was looking for a video that I could put into my speech as an intro or something I can conclude my speech with. And so I was looking all over YouTube, and but what I didn't know that was I knew Boa. Boa started off, she's K-pop, she basically was one of the people that started the Hallyu wave, but I didn't know. I was more used to her being a J-pop artist because she was really famous in Japan when I was into it. And so I landed upon this video. I tried looking for it again. Currently I can't find it. It was a video titled I don't know, I'm gonna try to figure it out as best as I can. Top 10 J-pop, K-pop songs, music videos of all time, something like that. And the videos on, if I can remember, the first few music videos that I've ever watched were 4 Minutes Music and Double S501's Love Like This. And this does not include Boa, because I've probably watched Boa. I think I watched Boa's Girls on Top, the Korean version, way before I watched any of those, but I had no clue. And so that kind of started everything. I really like those songs. So, well, I guess I'll go into the tidbit of my other musical taste, because it's what kind of attracted me to K-pop. My musical taste happened to fall on a lot of pop, since I did grow up with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. And so I do listen to a lot of the top 40 hits, whatever's on the radio, I guess, if I listen to the radio. And it wasn't until, I guess, later on in junior high, so, well, first year junior high, 6th grade. I lived in Compton then, in the 6th grade. From about 1st to 6th grade I lived in Compton, California. And then I moved to Illinois for 7th grade and then onwards to where I am currently. And so it wasn't until then where I got a lot of hip-hop, I guess, rap music in a sense. Well, I mean, they were on the radio, but being involved and actually liking, knowing the artists and their songs it wasn't until then. And so I gotta thank my Compton friends who like who like rap music, and that's how I got rap and hip hop. And also I had a slight taste of R&B, and I do really like R&B. I just don't know enough artists, enough songs, enough of the R&B culture in itself to become well versed in what I'm saying. So since K-pop is pop, that's what really attracted me to it. And so the first videos I ever saw were 4 Minutes Music and Double S 501's Love Like This. Come on, the boom, 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 like it, dancing music. I fell in love with that. And the video itself was like funky, and there were like different lights, and the setting was, well, I've never seen it. Because usually here they're more realistic sets, never box sets that were created to make a music video, and it was my first experience with that. And blew my mind, and that's how I started. And I was really in love with Double S 501. I still am. I am really waiting for a comeback from them. But then, if I can remember, since it was early 2010, so Beast and M Black made their debut, and I really like them. I saw Shock, and the Beast is the best. The intro, kind of teaser video that they did before their debut. M Black's Oh Yeah. Did I say that? I don't know if I did. M Black's Oh Yeah. I saw those. After Double S 501, Beast was my absolute favorite, and right now they're my ultimate bias. And Midnight Sun is gonna come out. It's in my cart. I just need to get that money ready, so it's like set to go. And I'm after that. So it was actually not until March, right? I think slightly after Beast won their first ever award. There we go. Award on a music show for Shock. That was when I completely fell in love with them, because I knew they existed and I really liked them. But before that, it was Double S 501, and still being new to everything, trying to figure out, wow, all of these groups, there's so many. And actually there weren't a lot then. Actually, Shiny's Ring Ding Dong came right before Beast, I think, but after Double S 501. So I am also a Shawl. Well, I consider myself a Shawl. I'm not really registered on their fan cafes, so I'll just say that I consider myself a beauty, a Shawl, and anything and everything under the sun. And so after Beast, I really started getting to know all the other acts, and knowing these rookies. I knew some. I actually saw Gina's debut stage because, well, the Beast leader Buzun was in her music video. That's the reason why, and I do like her to this day. And I actually saw Infinite's debut stage, Infinite's and Teen Top's debut stage, but I didn't know until 2011 that I loved them, because around that time I think I got into Tumblr. I stumbled upon Tumblr. I was on Google looking for Beast photos, and boom, Tumblr, and that's how I got into it. And so when Infinite came out with Neko Hata, that's when I started to fall in love with Infinite, because people were putting the concept photos on Tumblr and going, basically they were spazzing about Infinite coming back, because the people I followed were in spirits. I guess they are. I don't know if you can call yourself an actual in spirit until you've signed up on the fan cafes. So, but they were all spazzing. So I decided, well, I've heard of them. Let's give them a try, and I fell in love with them. So currently, I tried to think about this, who my favorites are, But basically, if you're a guy group, I end up kind of falling in love with you. It's basically, especially if you're an established act, and if you had hit songs or debuted in 2009, or you're shiny, or you're infinite. So my breakdown of K-pop is, the first is My First Love, S501. They're really top tier because I just can't let go. I can't say that anyone comes after them. And so then Beast comes next. That's my number 2. And then Shiny. Then what? See, I can't think of this. Can I just say my top 3? That's my top 3. And currently EXO. I'm really liking EXO. I have qualms. There's some things that I nitpick and pay attention to, but so far they're all really attractive and they're all really nice guys from what I've seen, and they try really hard. So I give them, I respect them. And so that's, wow, I actually did my whole how I got into K-pop. And so I got into K-pop through J-pop, J-pop, YouTube. I got further involved with Tumblr. So we'll thank all of those places. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, my obsession with J-pop. And thank you, Tumblr, for doing all of those things and getting me in it. And we'll thank that I like music so much, because how else would I get into it if I didn't like music? And so since we're nearing 8 minutes, let's just go on and do my K-pop collection.